All right, it was a battle between the top two teams in the AJHL North last night. Moses joining the desk, and well, we're going to get to the highlights.
You had the Spruce Grove Saints, you had the Lloydminster Bobcats hooking up at the Civic Center. Of course, both teams coming off victories earlier in the week. So the head-to-head matchup, a perfect opportunity for the Cats to gain some ground. Now, opening frame collision at the benches. Zach Giroux nails Nicholas Corrali into the door, and it swings open. The hit looks much worse than it is. He would skate on his own. Now, Saints would get on the board 3 minutes into the second. Jordan Thomas dangles in. Parker McKay on the doorstep bangs it past Devin Green. Now, fresh from the dressing room, we move to the third. Game tied 2-2. Cats on the power play. Austin Gramchuk's wrister leads to a scramble in front. The puck would trickle into the back of the net, 3-2. Now, the game would be tied up once again. And then that would lead to this. Tyler Kunz, a great individual effort for his second of the night, and that, folks, would be your game winner. The Cats eke out a 4-3 win, now sit 6 points back and a game in hand of those Saints. Kunz has 9 goals to go along with those 21 points, while Lyndon Springer scored his 8th of the year in that game as well. Remember, they're both defensemen, so pretty impressive. As for the win, it was a real confidence builder.
Definitely helps boost the confidence. You lose to a lower placed team like Drayton Valley, sort of brings you down a little bit. But you beat a team like this, it just skyrockets your confidence. And going into next week, we definitely need a lot of confidence with those 4 games and 5 nights.
A little bit of a sloppy performance at times, but I guess if anything, it's a confidence builder that we know that if we play our style of game, that we can have success against some of the top teams. And, we probably only played about 25 or 28 good minutes tonight, but somehow we hung on when they were pressing and gave ourselves a chance to stay in the game, and that was important.
Now to Junior B in the Cold Lake Ice. Over the past 2 weeks, more questions than answers have emerged about the firing of Coach Neil Langridge. Yesterday, a long, detailed post on the team's Facebook page gave certain details about what transpired through the events. Now, one assistant coach was quoted saying the fact that you guys thought 4 or 5 or 6 players threatened to walk off and quit the team is a joke and completely false. And what's worse is that probably one player was going to walk if he had enough guts. It's not certain on who posted the article. Players have gone on to the page and voiced their opinions. The board members of the team have yet to comment, but ICE VP of Operations Corey Broadhead has said the team will issue a statement as early as this weekend. And that is your first look at sports. Gerard Lampow has your weather details coming up. Sitting in top spot in the ACAC standings, the Rustlers women's basketball team are right where they want to be, but a loss over the weekend woke them up to some potential weaknesses. Claire Hanna has more.
Until last week, the Rustlers women's basketball team had a perfect record and high ambitions of going 12-0 for the first semester. But on Saturday, the Nate Ooks handed the green and gold their first loss. However, to 5th-year Mariah Van't Hof, there is a silver lining.
As much as losing sucks, I hate to lose. I'm never going to want to be the first person to lose. I hate it so much. I think it was a good thing for the girls and the team in general, and I think that it's going to make us more hungry than ever to really get out there.
After beating the Ooks by 18 points on Friday, they started Saturday's game down 29-12 in the first quarter, which taught the team some lessons.
That first quarter when we played at Nate on Saturday really just shows how you can't just show up to a game and expect to win. You have to play all 4 quarters.
With the best record in the ACAC, no team facing the Rustlers is going to go into the contest lightly.
Chris always tells us that every team's coming to beat us because we are the #1 team to beat. So we're going to be prepared for pressure and full court defense. So we just have to stay composed as a team and work together.
Last week, the Rustlers were ranked 5th in the nation by the CCAA. After the loss this past weekend, they've dropped to 9th, and Nate is ahead of them at 8th.
I think we should take it a little bit personally. We didn't play well. We deserved to drop. We definitely didn't deserve to stay where we were. So I think kind of motivates us, especially that Nate's 1 spot above us. I think it definitely motivates us because we know that we're better than them. There's no question about it.
This weekend, the Rustlers have a doubleheader versus Augustana, who are a respectable 4-2 and are hungry for wins after dropping 2 to Keanu last weekend.
Typically, they've always been a very aggressive team, and they're always kind of riding you, pushing you. I think it's really good for us because I think we sometimes shy away from from that contact. So knowing that they're going to be aggressive, like we're really going to have to key into the things that we're not as strong at in order to be successful.
They know this weekend Augustana is going to be really tough with us and physical, and hopefully our girls know if they have an off night, they're going to lose now because teams are so ready and prepped for us.
The Rustlers will have their first chance to rebound on Friday and will be back at Lakeland against Augustana on Saturday at 6 p.m. Claire Hanna, Newcap Sports.